Yo, what's good, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well today. I apologize if I sound far away from the microphone. I'm actually doing a live commentary, which requires me to sit in front of my TV in order to play and talk at the same time. Now, this is going to be a new series. We're going to call it The Countdown. And the reason why we're calling it The Countdown is because we're going to try to do as many of these up until FIFA 14, where we're going to get new content out finally. And I know you guys can't wait. But in this episode, we're going to probably talk about some FIFA 14 improvements and some topics you guys left in the comment section in a video that I posted about, I want to say a week or two ago, regarding a couple of FIFA 14 things coming out, like chemistry styles and all that stuff. But before we get into it, we're going to go ahead in the Premier Liga trophy, where you have to have either 4 BPL players or 4 La Liga players. I went ahead with a hybrid of the two. My team does need a fitness card, but I'm not going to put one on there. You guys saw I already had played one match, but the problem was my microphone was muted during the whole match, so I spoke there for 20 minutes for no reason. That's why I'm doing a take two. But as you guys can see, the team I made, I went ahead and got Franck Ribéry because I haven't tried him all year, and I really wanted to try him. So went ahead and picked him up for about 570,000 coins. He was like going for $1 million earlier in the year, but I went ahead and picked him up for cheap. So in this video, I really want to discuss FIFA 14 and a couple of improvements. The number one thing that you guys wanted to see, or what I saw in the comment section, was we don't want handicap anymore. Handicap ruins the game. And I want to talk about that real quick. I want to talk about, oh, there's going to be a 2-bar connection. Whatever, we'll just go with it. I want to talk about the handicap stuff real quick. So a lot of you guys feel that there's handicap on Ultimate Team. Anytime you use an expensive team with a lot of informs or a lot of Team of the Season players, it just doesn't perform as well as a cheap team. Well, in my opinion, I don't really think that's necessarily the case. I think what the problem is there's a lot of cheap players, not necessarily cheap players, but I would say low-rated players that just perform better than high-rated players. And there's a lot of things that kind of dictate that, whether it's pace, whether it's work rates. In my opinion, I think work rates is very important on Ultimate Team. I think like a defender with a high attacking work rate is sometimes useless for the most part. So what I think chemistry... Oh, this guy's already going crazy with... Oh, that's a pen ref. He just shoved me off the ball. Was that David Luiz, the bane of my existence? Anyways, back to what I was saying. I really think cheap players just outperform expensive players or high-rated players based on pace, based on... Sorry, thought he was about to score. Based on pace, based on work rates. So, for example, like a player like Wayne Rooney. He's got high work rates, so if you set him as a cam, I don't think his passing is good enough, at least for me, for a cam. If you set him as a striker, what a ball. If you set him as a striker, and what a terrible touch. Wow, what was that? So if you set him as a striker, as I said 10 times now, and I interrupted myself. If you set him as a striker, he's going to be out of position a bunch of the time because he's going to be going back on defense. He's going to be playing midfielder for you. And then what happens is your cam moves up to striker. It's just a mess. So that's why a lot of people don't use players like Wayne Rooney or Cavani. Ooh, that was a nice deflection. And it just becomes... It becomes like a player like Defoe outperforms Wayne Rooney, in my opinion, and that's not really what I want on Ultimate Team, and that's not really what you guys want. So then a lot of people say, oh, there's handicap, there's things that just dictate how the player or how the team is playing without your control, and I don't think that's true. I think it's just, again, cheap players just outperform. Let's go ahead and take this with Ribéry, dip it over the wall. Oh, unlucky. Hits the wall. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you got to be joking me. Okay, if you guys want to talk about FIFA 14 improvements, what the heck just happened there? Wow, he just dumbed out. Who's that, Marchetti, or was that Sirigu? Oh, my goodness. Talk about just coincidental while we were talking about improvements. The keeper just dumbed out. Awkward. In any case, so that's one thing I wanted to discuss. I don't think there's handicap. I think they just need to improve how work rates work. And oh my goodness. And just like that, it's equalized. Just like that, it's equalized. So that's my take on handicap. The next thing I want to talk about is chemistry styles. And this is one thing I'm really hoping just turns out really well and doesn't break Ultimate Team. Now, the reason why it can break Ultimate Team is, remember that chemistry styles, it improves the attributes of the player. And if there's a style that improves the pace, now obviously I'm not sure about this. This is all just speculation. If there's a style that improves the pace of the player, that's going to be bad news. Obviously, it's going to be good for defenders so that maybe you can start using defenders that don't have to have 70 plus pace. And that's another thing I want to talk about is I really hope that that you can use players that just don't have to have pace on them on defense. Like, for example, why is Vidic just not so good on FIFA 13? I think he was better on FIFA 12 if you used him in a 3-back formation. This year, even if you use him in a 3-5-2 as a middle center back, and he's just blown past me, and he skies it. But I want more defenders to be viable. I don't want to be stuck making the same team. Now, I know a lot of you guys like the 3-5-2. I'm not the biggest fan of the 3-5-2. I actually like using left backs and right backs as part of my attack and as part of my defending. But the problem is so many left backs and right backs have high attacking work rates this year that it completely ruins some 4-back formations because your team would always be out of position defensively. And I've talked about this multiple times. Is a lot. That's why the 3-5-2 is so popular, because it stops the counter so well, since you always have those 3 center backs. What a shot. You always have those 3 center backs to stand back for you. They're going to defend well, and you can now defend the counterattack with ease. With 4-back formations, if you use the wrong left back or the wrong right back, all of a sudden they push up forward, your opponent gets you on a counterattack because he's playing on ultra defensive, and you have either 1 or 2 center backs ready for you to defend. Now, say one of those 2 center backs is slow or doesn't have as much pace, you're going to be in trouble. You're just going to get burned by a striker. So that's one thing I'm hoping they try to improve. That was a terrible play. Tried to go for the over-the-top through ball. But that's really the biggest thing I want to see improved. I don't want to be forced to use... Wow, Ribéry. I tried to finesse that. I don't want to be forced in using the same players. I want to be able to use more players, more, different types of left backs, different right backs, different center backs. That's really my main issue. As far as midfielders go, I'm happy with how midfielders are currently, I guess, on Ultimate Team, currently working. Because I use Andrea Pirlo, and he plays great for me. I've used Arteta. They don't have the greatest pace in the world, but they work well. But as soon as you go into the defensive side of things, forget it. Like, you can't use, in my opinion, if you want to be competitive. And this is strictly talking about being competitive. This isn't talking about just making a team for fun. If you want to be competitive, let's face it, you have to use pacey center backs with at least 70, 75 pace or higher. I mean, that's just the nature of the game. So, will chemistry styles fix that? I'm not so sure. I'm still waiting for more information, and I really hope there's nothing that improves pace, because if it does improve pace, we're going to see them all over strikers, in my opinion. People are just going to abuse it even more. Wow, not again. Oh, thank God Casillas comes through. But that's really my 2 takes on FIFA 14 that I hope. Now, first touch was good this year. There's sometimes it just bugs out for me. I don't know about you guys. I think first touch was a great addition. It does stop some, like right there, the over the top through ball. Got lucky. Oh, and we're about to score here. Ooh, nice shot, Kun Agüero. But the first touch is also great that they added on FIFA 13, and if they make improvements on FIFA 14, that'll be good. Any improvements to the first touch will be awesome sometimes, because some players just have terrible touch, which I understand, but I don't think they should have such terrible touch if it's a short pass that's barely any way from the player. So this game is going pretty well, though. This opponent that I'm facing seems to be on like a high pressure defending and just rushing me with 2 defenders. This is one thing I also wanted to talk about in this video. I wanted to make a video separately that talks about defending from other opponents that just hold RB and hold A on high pressure and try to swarm you with defenders. In my opinion, that's way too effective on Ultimate Team. And I don't think it should be effective. You shouldn't be able to hold RB and hold A and just swarm your opponent with defenders every single second he gets the ball. Now, some of you may think otherwise. Some of you may think it's a good tactic and it should work. But if you just get a team with a lot of pace, a lot of aggression, and and just put it on high pressure and send another defender to your opponent all the time, I think it's overly effective and it needs toning down. A player shouldn't be able to do that, whether they need to lose fitness during the match a little bit faster or something. I think these are all improvements. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but I think these are all improvements that'll make Ultimate Team better. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys want to see improved other than those things, other than handicap and all those things that I spoke about. What do you guys want to see on FIFA 14? I know I'm more excited for chemistry styles more than anything else because I feel like it adds an element to the game, but there's a slight chance it might completely break Ultimate Team in the sense of it might make it just not as fun. I've even contemplated the idea of just maybe having Ultimate Team on the head-to-head speed. I don't know how many people play head-to-head, but I love head-to-head. I think the speed on head-to-head is better than Ultimate Team. I think it's more of a real football feel. I don't know how I haven't scored against this guy more than 2-1. He seems to be just lunging into tackles and high-pressure defending and all that stuff. But as I was saying, I enjoy the speed of head-to-head. Wow, he's burning me. Jeez. Woof. Oh, not a pen. Not a pen. Oh, man, I thought we got a pen for a second. Koscielny comes through for us. Thank goodness. But as I was saying, head-to-head speed is pretty good for me. A lot of people say, well, that would ruin Ultimate Team. A lot of people play Ultimate Team. This guy's just Ronaldo chopping all over the place. Woo! But, again, as people say, we're saying it would ruin Ultimate Team if you go to the head-to-head pace. That's why a lot of people play Ultimate Team for that arcadey, fast play style. And going back, see how he's just rushing defenders at me? At holding RB and A, trying to rush as many defenders. Now, this is sometimes ineffective if people do it angrily. Like, you can tell this guy's just mashing it without thinking. But if someone does it strategically, he can be able to really shut you down sometimes. But as long as you know how to pass and try to maintain possession, and it's okay to pass back to your defenders at times if they're going to rush you and you're, terrible cross. But it's okay to pass to your defenders sometimes. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of someone saying, oh, you're passing around the back. You don't have to pass around the back. Just, get the ball back to one of your defenders, maintain possession, and then push forward again. Just to make sure that you don't lose possession and he gets you on a counterattack. But man, I've been rambling on for a while. It's tough talking to yourself. I gotta say it's tough talking to yourself a little bit. I'm used to streaming, obviously, when I used to do live commentaries, but I haven't streamed in so long. And I haven't played FIFA in so long, guys. I took quite a break from FIFA because I was so busy. He's a scoop turning all over the place, this guy. I took quite a break from FIFA because I was busy, and I guess I needed a break as well, man. I've been playing FIFA consistently for like a year straight, and I uploaded over 280 videos in a year, which is pretty good, I think. A lot of people say I'm not that consistent on YouTube, and I haven't been the past couple of... Ooh, we got a chance here. Terrible, terrible, terrible pass. A lot of people are saying I'm not consistent, and I understand, I haven't been consistent this month. But for the most part, I uploaded almost daily for a good 6-7 months. At least I would think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was uploading sometimes twice a day, and I had a lot of free time. And that'll be back as soon as things start easing up, which they have, and that's why I'm going to try to do these videos. And I'm hoping you guys like live commentaries, even though I ramble sometimes. So for the next video, I'd really like you guys to... just leave some topics in the comment section so that I actually have something to talk about. So if you leave something in the comment section that I'll know to discuss these topics, or if you want to ask me questions, I know a lot of you guys ask, what do I do for a living? Why am I so busy? And I answered this in the pack opening video. I answered that I work at my friend's IT company, and I'm a project manager, and we do a lot of mobile... Wow, I got really lucky there. We do a lot of mobile application development. What the heck? He just bodied me away. That was up. I've never seen someone shield me away like that effectively. But yeah, we do a lot of mobile application development. We do a lot of web development, stuff like that. And I'm at work making a bunch of UML diagrams. If you guys don't know what UML diagrams are, they're kind of like what... Oh, there's a chance. Ooh, Kun Agüero. They're what... It's like a map for a programmer or a coder to follow to what to do on an application, basically. So You'll have to look it up to see how it is, but that's what I really do at work. I make a lot of UMLs, and I help out the coders kind of understand what the clients want. And sometimes it gets overwhelming because if we get a really, pressured client to have us finish something on time, or if you want something redone over and over again, which is how it was a couple of weeks now. This one client just had us redo something over and over and over. He would keep changing his mind. He's like, okay, I want it this way. Oh no, change it back to the original way. Okay, I want it this way. Oh, change it back to the original way. And that's why I was busy for 2 weeks, because every time we'd make the change for him on his website, he'd want it reverted. So we'd have to go back in Photoshop, make the change, and then again, change the CSS and all that stuff. I know I'm getting a little bit technical here, but we would have to do all of that and have to re-upload it on his website. So that became a huge issue, and it took a lot of time. It took over a month just to finish with this client, and that's why when we finally finished it this Thursday, I was able to now start making FIFA videos again and just be a little bit cleared up with my schedule. And I don't know how many of you guys work in the IT field or work in a field where you have to deal with clients, but oh, what a ball. Torres, nice finish, nice volley. But I don't know how many of you guys work in any type of field where you have to deal with clients, but making sure that clients are happy is sometimes a very, very huge annoyance, and it's something you have to deal with in life. Wow, what a nice finish by Torres. I would not expect that from Torres on Ultimate Team. A nice volleyed finish. And this guy seems mad. Look at him. Oh, he mad. Oh, he mad. He's starting to go ahead and put everyone on ultra attack and slide tackle left and right. This is good stuff. It's always good when you get... He took me out, ref. Come on. Call that. But I've been rambling for quite a bit now, so running out of stuff to talk about here, but we'll see what we can do with Ribery. And it goes out of bounds. But what else are we going to do? Oh, staying in D1, we're going to probably pick up where we left off from that. I know you haven't seen an episode in a week of that, or about a week and a half. So I want to finish that up, the Viewer's Choice Edition. You guys told me to make a 5 at the back team, but I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to make a 5 at the back team. I'm not a fan of making a 5 at the back team. I think I'd get a lot of hate for it, but... And I don't even think I'd play well, to be honest with you guys, with a 5 at the back team. Like, a lot of people play well with 3-5-2. But I can't play well with 3-5-2. Like, I'm using this 3-5-2 team, and I don't feel comfortable using it. I'm a 4-1-2-1-2 guy. You guys know since the beginning of the year, I've always used 4-1-2-1-2. And he's trying to get me on an offside trap, which was bad news for him. Oh, we are gone. We are gone. And we've done him. We've done him. Kun Agüero. Woo-wee. 89th minute. We'll take it. 4-1 is the scoreline in this first live commentary game on YouTube. It's a good way to start off. I'm a little bit rusty, to be honest. This isn't the best opponent, I gotta say, but I am pretty rusty. Haven't played FIFA in a while, as I said, so it's a good way to get our confidence going. Maybe we can get one more before the game ends. Oh man, he's just slide tackling all over the place now. And oh Jesus, send him off. Send him off. Oh, he did not get sent off. Try to take this with the Ribery. Look at that curve. All right. So we're going to aim it at the keeper. This is what I was taught by a pro FIFA player. Aim it at the keeper and curve it. Lag. Oh, hits the post. Unlucky. That could have been 5 easily. That could have been 5. Is that the game, ref? Could be the game. Pull out the keeper here. Oh my goodness. No keeper. Okay. That'll be the game, looks like. Still? It's probably after this goal kick. Maybe? Yes? What's going on, ref? Are you calling it, or are we going another? It looks like this is it. Okay, there we go. There we go. There you go, ref. So that was the first episode, guys. I know it was a lot of rambling and a little bit of a rant. Not really much. I don't complain much, but there are some things I want to see improved. Let me know in the comment section below what topics you want to cover in the next episode of the Countdown up until FIFA 14. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully, with another episode of this. It was a pleasure doing it for you guys. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to see some FIFA content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else you gonna do? Catch you guys tomorrow.